What's up everyone, I am Belamy and welcome back to another episode of Prime Survival. We're down in our mine here today and it's a little bit cramped in here, so we're going to move out here. And we're down here because we're after some obsidian, which is it's all over the floor here, so we got more than enough for what we're going to be doing in today's episode, and that is traveling to the Nether. Now, the Nether is another dimension in Minecraft that you're going to need a portal to access, and we're going to build that portal today. Oh gosh, a skeleton is just trying to Assassin's Creed me from above. But we're going to have to dig up some of this obsidian, and to make a portal, we're going to need a minimum of 10 blocks, but we're actually going to go ahead and get ourselves a couple extra just to be safe. And let's kill this guy here. Now, these monsters don't want to stop dropping down on our heads, but we're going to go ahead. More of those. Oh my gosh, okay. So this ravine is a little bit interesting because monsters are just spawning above us, and they don't want to... I don't want to go up there and light it all, so we're going to run down this end here because it seems to be less likely for them to actually spawn down here. And we've already dug up a little bit of obsidian here using our water method. Now, I'll explain this to you guys really quickly. If you go ahead and dig anywhere near any kind of obsidian, chances are there's lava nearby. It's either under it, beside it, next to it, wherever. Most of the time, since obsidian is made from combining lava and water, you're going to want to have a little bit of protection nearby to stop yourself from potentially falling in lava or losing your obsidian to the lava. Now, obsidian takes quite a while to mine, even for George here, our efficiency 5 diamond pickaxe. It's going to take a little bit of time for us to get through a block. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start mining this one in front of us, and you'll see the water that... Okay, we're... actually, the water's a bit too far away at the moment, so we'll go ahead and place another bucket of water right here, and you'll see that the water flows over the lava and turns it into obsidian itself. Now what we're going to do is we're going to sit in this corner here, and we're going to mine out this block of obsidian. Now, provided you put your water source close enough to where you're mining, it's going to instantly cover the lava, protect you and your block of obsidian from potentially falling into the lava, just like so. So whenever you're doing this, I highly suggest that you bring a bucket of water to protect yourself and your little blocks of obsidian from falling into them, because they take a little bit of time. And I know it's actually pretty decent. It's pretty decent speed at the moment with our efficiency 5 pickaxe, but if you just have a regular diamond pickaxe and no enchantments on it, this will take quite a bit longer. And the faster this is, the better a time you're going to actually have. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves 10 pieces at least of obsidian here, and we're going to grab a couple extra just because I want to have a few extra on hand. So we're up to 11 now. We're going to go ahead and grab a total of 3 more. So we're going to have 14 in total. Let's go ahead and dig the one without the torch on it. See, we have a water. Our water just protected us from lava that was behind the obsidian block and lava that was beneath it. So it is a very good way to safeguard yourself from any potential lava accidents. Alright, so I got a total of 15 here. I'm just going to grab one more just to make this even, and that's all we need. Hello, friend. Get away from me. Alright, that's wonderful. We're going to go ahead and actually grab this source of water here. Into the lava! Off you go! Alright, that's unfortunate. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and throw this water here to cover up that bit of lava, because we don't want to accidentally fall in it next time we come down here. And we're going to go head back up to the surface because we're going to build ourselves a portal to the Nether. Alright, so there are 2 ingredients that you need to craft yourself or build yourself a Nether portal, and that is going to be obsidian blocks and a flint and steel. If you're not sure how to make a flint and steel, we'll show you guys that really quickly here. You're going to obviously need a flint and some iron ingots, or just one iron ingot actually, and you just want to throw one of each in the crafting table in any kind of configuration at all. It really doesn't matter, as long as they're in the crafting window in some way or another. You can get yourself a flint and steel like so. I actually have some additional obsidian blocks. So I'll have 30 in total, so I'm going to bring all of these with me, and I'll show you guys why, potentially later in this video, why we're taking some extra ones. But normally I would recommend not building a Nether portal in 2 locations. One, near a village, because you do not want your villagers walking or wandering into the Nether portal, and secondly, you do not want to build it in or too close to your base, because it does actually make a pretty obnoxious humming sound at all times, and if you're living near it and constantly working around it, it can be a little bit annoying, and it will most likely get on your nerves. But what I'm actually going to do today is I'm going to build my nether portal up on top of this building, because like we've talked about in previous episodes, we're most likely going to remove a lot of the stuff in this village and rebuild our own Japanese style. It seems to be the theme we're going with in this village. So we're going to build a nether portal up on top of this building, and at a later date we will most likely completely destroy this building and build some kind of extravagant portal effects around the portal itself, which I kind of have an idea in mind where I'm going to build, like as if the nether is spilling out of the portal into our village here. As long as the villagers can't actually climb up and get into the nether portal themselves, it's not going to be a drama. And for the time being, we're just leaving a slight jump here so the villagers can't actually climb up, but we can jump up on top of the building ourselves. So what you're going to need is a couple obsidian blocks, and if you don't want to waste obsidian, you want a couple extra filler blocks as well. And the bare minimum requirement for making a portal to the nether is a 2 by 3 square. So you'll do 1, 2, and then 3, 3, and then 2 at the top to seal it. But we're actually going to do slightly bigger because we want it to be a square portal today. So we're going to go ahead and do 1, 2, and 3. Normally you would just do the 2, and then we're going to put a temporary block on either side, and then we're going to go up 1, 2, 3 on this side, temporary block there, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, temporary block there, and then we're going to do 1, 2, and 3 across the top like so. And this is going to be our nether portal. So as of right now, it's just a square. In your case, it may just be a rectangle if you did the 2 by 3. So in order to get this to activate, we're going to take our flint and steel and just aim it at pretty much anywhere on the inside of our box here, and it will ignite the portal. We're going to right click like so, and there we have our portal. Wonderful. And if you listen quietly, that's the sound that the portal makes constantly. I have my effect sounds turned down slightly, so it's not quite as loud for me, but if you have them at default volume, it might be a bit obnoxious, and you can actually hear it at a pretty decent distance as well. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the portal here, and I'll see you guys in the nether. Alright, so we're through and we're in the nether, and it seems like one of our iron golem friends actually managed to climb up onto the building and jump through the nether with us, which is absolutely fine. If he wants to do that, I'm not going to go ahead and stop him. He's perfectly fine in here. He can do his own thing. And what we're actually going to do today is we're going to try and find ourselves a nether fortress, but there is quite a lot to see in the nether, and hopefully we can find ourselves some fun stuff to look at. Now it seems as though our iron golem has found himself in a little bit of trouble, and he's walked himself into a lava stream, so he's going to probably take out these zombie piglins here, but he has died himself, which is absolutely fine. Now you'll see I've placed a couple of these cobblestone blocks in the immediate area with a few torches on them. I built a little bridge over there as well. And what I like to do in the nether is to actually place these cobblestone bricks with kind of torches on them to kind of show me which direction I've taken when I'm pathing around the nether, to kind of lead me back to my portal, because you don't want to get lost. And if you get lost and you have no kind of way of finding your way back to your portal, if you didn't take the coordinates or anything like that, you could find yourself in a little bit of trouble. But we're going to go ahead and bridge across here, and hopefully we don't find any mobs kind of aggroing onto us while we're doing this, because we are over the top of lava right now, and if we did fall, we would absolutely die. So we're going to go ahead and path across here like so. Alright, so now that we're across here, we're going to go ahead and place one of our cobblestone blocks, put a torch on top of it like that, and we're going to go ahead and look off in the distance over here. Alright, so we've just crossed our bridge, we've come up into a small open area here, and we can see or hear a ghast in the distance. A ghast is a big jellyfish, kind of, is the best way I can describe it. You can see it up there. It's a jellyfish looking kind of mob. I don't know really how to describe it. We'll see one soon enough, because they're pretty common in the nether. But if we hit F3 here, we can look at what kind of biome we're in at the moment. Alright, so if we look on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see biome, and it will say Minecraft, nether wastes. So we are in a nether waste biome right now, which is just this big, crazy, red-looking everything kind of area. with some fire around, and that is our ghast up there. He just despawned by the looks of it, which is good for us actually, because we don't want to have to deal with one of them just yet. But we're going to go ahead and explore, because we're looking for a nether fortress because we want to find a blaze spawner. Blazes are a mob that actually shoot fireballs, and can be pretty dangerous if you're not decked out in diamond armor like we are now. So we should be absolutely fine if we happen upon some of them, but we really want to find ourselves a fortress, because we want to get those blazes for their loot, because eventually we're going to want to go after the Ender Dragon, and it is one of the requirements for finding the fortress that houses a portal to the end. But more on that at a later date. So as we move along, we're trying to keep our little cobblestone beacons, that we'll call them, to kind of mark our way so we don't find ourselves getting lost. And you'll see that there's quite a few resources that we're seeing pretty common around us. Now we see little golden type veins here, which are actually literally just gold veins, except they'll actually drop gold nuggets instead of gold ore for you to smelt. And then we also have nether quartz blocks here, which when mined will give you nether quartz. Now this is actually a pretty awesome material. You'll need to use it for a few redstone contraptions, which we'll most likely get into a little bit later in the series. But also they can make pretty fancy blocks, and we have a ghast that has caught we've caught the attention of a ghast, and he has despawned, I guess, is what I think that was. So he went ahead and fired a single fireball at us, and then he is despawned. So no problems there. We're going to go ahead and mine a little bit more quartz here, because I'd like to take a little bit back with me. You can see this gives us XP too, so this is actually pretty great for mending anything with mending enchantment on it, like our pickaxe here. So George is staying nice and healthy while we're working in the nether, and we're going to go ahead and put some of these fires out, just to make things a little bit safer for us as we move along, because fire burns forever in the nether. It actually will never go out. So alright, we're going to continue moving on here, because I can't see any nether fortresses. You'll most likely be able to tell when you find one, but sometimes they can be a bit tricky to see. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go into our settings here, and we're going to go into video settings. I'm going to turn our brightness up just a little bit here, so maybe we can see a little bit further. Turn our chunks up a little bit as well, and maybe get our eyes on a nether fortress slightly easier, but it is quite dark and dreary in the nether, so it is going to be tough for us to find ourselves a nether fortress. This may take us some time. Alright, so we can see over in the distance there, there's actually some blue fire and a slightly different texture on the ground. So we're going to make our way over there, because that's actually another biome, and we're going to go have a quick look at it to see what that is. Alright, so that guy that just attacked us was a piglin, not a zombie piglin, an actual piglin. And the reason why he attacked us is because those guys are naturally hostile to anyone who's not donning any kind of gold outfit. And they will not aggro regular zombie piglins if we attack one or fight one. And I completely forgot that if we come into the nether, it's probably not a terrible idea for us to bring some golden armor. So next time that we come in here, I'm going to need to remind myself to bring maybe some golden boots or a golden helmet to put on, so that the piglins do not attack us by default. But it's not going to be too big of a deal, because we have pretty good armor, and I'm pretty confident in my ability to fight those guys. We're just going to make sure we keep our cobblestone pathing, and we're moving over into another biome here. So I'm going to make a little bridge over here. Now this stuff that I'm standing on is called soul sand. So if I go ahead and break some of this, hopefully I'm going to try to actually not stand on any of this while I break it. Let's go. Okay, yep, I figured there'd be a nice little gap beneath here. Maybe we'll cross over. Actually, no, we're going to have to do it from this one here, because it's a different block over there. Come on, let me collect it. Alright, that's going to be how this is. Alrighty then. There's a bit over there. Let's go get that. But before we do that, we'll actually fill in these holes, because we'll most likely be coming back this way, and we don't want to accidentally fall. So we'll come over here, and we will break this block here, and we'll collect that, and this is a soul sand block. Now you can see that we're actually walking quite slowly on the soul sand block, which is one of its main effects, and we can also break the one here, and this one is called a soul soil, and I'm not quite as slow on the soul soil, but I'm definitely not at my normal walking pace on here. So this biome is called a Soul Sand Valley. So these biomes are pretty interesting. They have some kind of cool traits where you can find these kind of fossilized bone structures, and they have a pretty high chance of spawning skeletons on them because, you know, when developing these this biome, they thought, what is probably the most annoying mob for you to run into when it comes to walking really, really slowly on soul sand and soul soil, and they decided, let's put some ranged skeletons in here, and that will be super annoying. So I'm surprised we haven't seen any yet, but we should see some skeletons spawning to try and mess with this here shortly. But these are actually bone blocks, so we're going to go ahead and break these because we actually want these as building material because they're quite nice looking in my opinion. And these are pretty common in this kind of, soul sand city, what's this place called? Soul Sand Valley biome. Oh, okay, we need to be careful here because there's quite a bit of a drop down into the lava down there, so we need to be super careful. Alright, now we're actually going to move on from the soul sand area here because these places can be quite dangerous knowing that it's actually sand, because I really don't want any of it to like fall and drop me into lava and get me killed here, so we're going to go ahead and grab this little bit of bone here and try to move on and see if we can't get ourselves back into another nether waste area and find ourselves a fortress. So let's go ahead and head over in this direction. I'll leave a single cobblestone piece just here to kind of mark the way, like so. We'll put out some of this fire so we can actually see it on our way back. And do we have anything dangerous over the way that's going to mess with this? It looks like they're all just zombie piglins. They should leave us alone unless we provoke them. So we're going to go ahead and path our way over here. And hopefully we get over there nice and safely. Alright, so these guys are actually the upgraded versions of our zombie pigmen that everyone knows and loves. They're called zombie piglins now, and they are essentially zombified versions of the piglins, the regular ones, the one that just attacked me just earlier. And we will most likely run into some more of those regular piglins in our journey here through the nether, but we're going to keep marking our area as we go because we want to be able to find our way back to our portal. And we see another biome over here. Now this biome is actually one of the more dangerous biomes in the new nether update, but nevertheless we're going to actually make our way over to it just to see what it is. Oh god, we're standing on a magma cube. Alright, so this biome, if I walk into it here, you can already see it's quite dangerous just as it is right now. This is called a basalt delta, and this is probably one of the more dangerous biomes in the new nether update, simply because it is just covered in lava and magma cubes everywhere. They're just little blocks here and there, and it's very easy for you to just not quite be watching where you're going and just very easily fall into a bit of lava and not be able to get yourself out. So since we don't have any real means of protecting ourselves from lava, we're actually going to steer very clear of the basalt delta today, and we're going to head back down here. If you're curious, the blocks I'm standing on right now are called, where are they? Basalt, obviously, basalt delta, and then there's also the darker blocks up there, which are blackstone. They're very great for building materials, and they look super pretty, but we're not going to mess with that. We're not going to mess with this biome today because we want to find ourselves a nether fortress, and I'd rather not fall into any lava right now. Alright, so we found ourselves a regular piglin, and he is wanting to attack us because we don't have any gold on. We're just fine. We're just going to go ahead and fight them for today. And we also have ourselves a ghast, which is going to shoot fireballs at us. Now, these can be quite deadly, and we can actually go ahead and return them back to the... Oh gosh, that's not what you want. We can actually go ahead and return these back to the ghast, and there's actually an advancement if you hit yourself a... Oh gosh. There's quite a few of them now. So we're going to go ahead and move our way back over here, and not mess with the ghast too much, because although we do have a bow, we could actually just shoot them. That wouldn't be too big of a deal. Where are you, friend? Here we go. Let's lead our shot just a little bit. Okay, we went super high on that one. It's been a while since I've fired a Minecraft bow. There we go, that one should do it. There we go, we hit him in one shot, no problem. That's what you get when you get a power 5 enchanted bow, I suppose. But we can see this is where we moved past just over there. We've kind of done a bit of a loop, but we want to go around the basalt delta over here. So we're going to move just up here a little bit, put another cobblestone block down, another torch, and keep on moving. Alright, so it looks like we found another piglin. It's a baby one this time. And he seems to want to mess with us, so we're going to go ahead and whack him up, get him out of here. And we got a pretty decent view of the surrounding areas from up here, but I can't seem to see ourselves a nether fortress, which is unfortunate, so we're going to keep moving on until we find something worth our time to explore. Now, actually, that I now that I look into my bag, I actually somehow picked up some golden boots from one of the piglins, I believe, that I killed. I'm guessing that's what I'm from. So I'm going to go ahead and actually put those on. We're going to lose a little bit of armor here, but at least when we run into those guys, we'll be able to show you that they actually won't be hostile to us, like this guy right here. So that's pretty good for us for the time being. Alright, so we can see we have a little friendly piglin here. He doesn't seem too concerned with us anymore because we're wearing our golden boots. In his eyes, we're a friend now, so we're going to keep on moving here, making sure to put down our cobblestone blocks. We've done a little bit of a loot. We can see some of the cobblestone pathing from earlier, and we're just going to head over this way and see if we can't find something over this way. This is a new biome. This is another biome we haven't seen yet. If I go ahead and walk deep into here, we can hit F3, and this biome is called a warped forest. Pretty interesting. There's actually wood in here that's, you know, a special kind of nether wood, and we'll pick some of that up. Wow, we got so much stuff in our bag here. This is called a warped stem, which is essentially warped wood. And we can go ahead and collect a little bit of this and bring it with us out into the overworld, because I do believe it can be grown when we get back. Alright, our Enderman friend has made his way back to us, and he's ready to fight. There we go. He dropped some of the things we're actually after, so that's good. He dropped 4 ender pearls, actually, because we have looting 3 on our sword, so that's great. We need those. We're going to go ahead and eat here and heal up. And we made a little bit of a path over this way, so we're going to go ahead and keep following our cobblestone path and see if we can't find ourselves a nether fortress. My god, this may take a long time, I'm starting to think. In the past, the last time I played, finding nether fortresses wasn't too difficult because there wasn't too much going on in the nether as a whole. But since the update, there's been quite a fair bit going on. So I'm going to continue on and see if we can't find ourselves a fortress in the direction we picked over here. Alright, so just because we're in the nether, we see down here that there's actually a whole bunch of gravel. I do not want you guys to get fooled by this, because I almost walked out across it and I placed a cobblestone block and it actually all collapsed into the lava. Now we need to be super careful when messing with gravel in the nether, because it can collapse like it does in the overworld if it kind of spawns floating in the air like it's not meant to. And yeah, this is a pretty dangerous area. We do not want to be found walking on any of this, because we may find that it actually could collapse quite easily. So we're going to avoid this little area and make sure we don't walk on any gravel unintentionally, because we don't want to get dropped into the lava and find ourselves being killed. So we're going to walk back over this way, and we're going to head off in this direction, I'm thinking. And we're going to make sure we keep our cobblestone path. Now, the reason why I use cobblestone is for 2 reasons. One, it's extremely easy to get in large quantities, and also it kind of stands out in the nether. You can see it super easy from a distance, especially when there's nothing but netherrack around like there is at the moment. I see there's a bit of gravel here. Can I see if I can't go get this to fall here? No, see, this actually has a base on it, so it's a little bit safer, about as safe as gravel can be in the nether. Let's go ahead and we'll actually path ourselves across this lava here. Hopefully no ghasts or anything spawn to mess with us. Alright, so let's go ahead and bridge across here. Alright, so we made it across there safely. Doing that always makes me nervous, no matter how many times I do it. We can see there's quite a lot more gravel here. We do not want to mess with that because, like I said, gravel can be pretty dangerous when there's definitely lava below it. And we know for a fact that there is lava below all of this gravel. And we're going to... Let's move up this way. Now, there's not too much open space for us to continue moving around. I do not want to go near the gravel. Up there doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on. So we might try to move up around here a little bit. And we may have to actually take up and dig through some walls again. But we'll show it. We'll actually show it this time, since digging through the walls is actually pretty fast with our current pickaxe. Let's go ahead and put some of this fire out. And you may have noticed before when we showed it on camera, but what we actually do when digging any kind of wall is we like to kind of border it with a little bit of cobblestone, so it's, again, easy to see. So I like to do like a little arch like so, and put some torches on it, because it can be seen very easily when you're moving around. And we're going to go ahead and dig all this out, and there we go, we've broken through to another side already. But that is not ideal. We don't really want to get down into there. So we may actually go back here a little bit, wall this off, and then go a little bit up and to our right. and making sure we light this on our way, because we want to actually make sure we know what we're seeing here, because it's very likely that we could push out, dig ourselves into kind of lava areas, and there's all sorts of dangerous things that could happen to us here in the Nether. We'll put a cobblestone block there, a torch there, and we'll go ahead and dig ourselves in this direction once again, and hopefully we're above the area here. So where are we dropping down into here? It's a bit of a naturally formed cave. That's no problem. We might actually just build back up into this here and just kind of path across it. We don't want to mess with this too much. So we'll continue on our way through here again, put another torch down, and keep going through. And you can see I mined through this netherrack quite quickly with my pickaxe. I'm actually going to go ahead and drop, let's get rid of some gravel. Is there anything else here in this inventory that I don't actually need right now? The basalt I don't need. Let's go ahead, because this netherrack might actually be useful for bridging as we get further into the nether here. Alright, so we can see here really quickly, we ran into a little tiny bit of lava, which is no problem as long as you step back and just place a block to block it. Lava flows quite quickly in the nether. If I go ahead and break this one more time here, you'll see just how quickly this is going to flow. So let's go ahead and hit that. There we go. See, it flows very quickly in the lava, presumably because it's meant to be a bit more hot down here, so it's not as solid, but we're going to go ahead and block that off there and continue on. And that's why you need to be on your A game when you're in the nether, because lava moves very quickly and it does just the same amount of damage. So yeah, you don't want to get caught with your pants down in a bad situation like so. We'll block this one off. Can we reach there? No. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to path just like that. That's not what I was going for. But what you can do if you want to get around lava a bit easier is to just place a torch here, go a couple blocks to the side like so, and then we'll put another torch here, and then go this way. Once again, so we're just going to keep digging in this direction until we kind of find something worth looking at, and hopefully we can find ourselves an opening that will expose, oh, a little bit of quartz here. So I'm going to dig this up, fix our axe a little bit here. So this mending is actually going to take us all the way back to full, I think. Yep, there we go. But ideally here, we really want to find ourselves a nether fortress. Alrighty, so we've broken off into another open area here. We're going to have a quick look around. Do we see anything? Not really here, but we're going to actually dig a little bit of this out here and build ourselves another little cobblestone archway like so, just so we can kind of show where our space is here. We'll put a torch on top, torch on the front, torch on the side like that, and maybe one on this side as well, just to make sure that it's extra easy to see. And we're going to keep exploring. Ideally, we want to come out of the nether with a nether fortress somewhere. But at this rate, I'm losing a bit of confidence here. So we're going to keep on moving up this way, making sure that we mark our way with the cobblestone as we go, because we want to be able to find our way back. And if we're not doing anything kind of sneaky like that, it's going to be pretty easy to lose our way. Alright, so it seems like we've ran ourselves into another soul sand valley over here, which is absolutely fine. We're not going to really run straight into it, but we are going to try and move by here. We can see this one actually has some skeletons spawned in it, so yeah, that's a little bit dangerous. We're going to avoid that. Now, we're in a bit of a predicament here. We can go ahead and build ourselves across over here, but you can see there's a ghast in the distance over there, so he could be a little bit dangerous for us to mess with at the moment if we go ahead and bridge over there. So we may wait for him to actually despawn. I can't actually see him anymore, so he might have already. Let's go ahead and see down here. Okay, so there's a little bit of lava there. What we're going to do to be smart here is we're actually going to bridge from, say, here, simply because if we fall, it's not going to be a big deal. We'll take a little bit of damage, but we do have feather falling, so we shouldn't actually die from it. And we're not going to drop straight into lava if something goes wrong and we somehow let go of our shift key, or our shift key doesn't respond for a second because my keyboard's getting a bit old and we're waiting for our new one to arrive in the mail. Okay, so if you hear that sound, you need to leave immediately, because it's a ghast that is firing at you and they can actually destroy blocks. So if you're bridging across a path like so, you're actually going to want to move very quickly away from that ghast, because if he hits your path, you're going to fall and you're going to land on whatever's beneath you, and most of the time that's probably going to be lava. We can hit this guy here. He's actually quite a bit of distance away. He hit us with that one. We're not really trying to dodge them though, to be fair. Okay, I cannot hit this guy at this distance. I'm a bit out of practice with my bow, but he just despawned right in front of us. That's fine. He exposed a little bit of gold there. That's fine. He didn't kill our cobblestone thing, and he didn't mess with our bridge. So we're going to head back out onto this and continue along. I hear another ghast, but if he fires at us, we should be able to hear it. So we'll know if that is incoming. So like I said, if you're building across like this, you can't see much. But if a ghast fires at you, you'll know about it, like so. So where is this guy? Where is he? I heard him fire from over in this direction. There he is. Okay, we found him. Alright, so there's quite a few in the area. Let's go ahead and move back over this way. My god, these guys do not want to leave us alone. Let's take one pot shot at this guy, and he despawned as we fight. So let's try this one more time. See if we can't get the actual full distance this time. Alright, so we've made the crossover now. We're going to actually just drop down here and build ourselves a slight little ramp up to this spot here, like so. And then we're just going to, I mean, we can't really do much about that lava. We just have to make sure we avoid going anywhere near it if we climb up this once again. So we're just going to do that kind of situation. There we go. Alright, we're going to put a cobblestone here with our torch on it, and we're going to keep on moving. Alright, so we've spotted another new biome over here, and this is a crimson forest you can see over there in the distance. It's a bit red already here, so it's a bit hard to tell, but we'll make our way over and we'll show you guys this one. Where's the best approach here? So we're going to drop down and we're going to bridge across here, and we got another ghast. Big surprise there. Did we hit him? No, actually we missed again. He's at a bit of a distance there. A little bit higher. A little bit higher, come on. Alright, he's a bit too far for us to actually hit him reliably here. Now this is going to be a little bit frustrating because we want to bridge across and see this crimson forest, but we're not going to be able to do that safely if there's a ghast constantly spitting at us. So he's just above the top there. We're going to go ahead and try and sneak over now really quickly, but this is risky because we're going straight over a huge pit of lava right now. So let's try and get over really quickly here. Come on, faster, 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 faster. There we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There we go, we made it. We're going to place a cobblestone block down right here, put a torch on top, and this is a crimson forest. So there we go. Hot tourist destinations, we got an advancement. I believe that is for seeing all of the new zones in our area. Can I go ahead and see there? Explore all nether biomes. There we go. So that is the last and final biome that we were here to explore today. So we got all 5 of them. I believe it was 5 total. Yeah, there we go. And now we just need to find what we actually came here for, which is a nether fortress. Alright, so we were just digging through a hole and we seem to have got an advancement. And that advancement is for entering a Bastion Remnant, which is a new type of building or spawnable thing in the Nether. And they're usually full of piglins. And I don't know how to actually tell which direction it actually is in here, but I can see here are a bunch of them in this direction. So, oh, there we go. We've actually dug our way into that. It seems like this Bastion is a little bit worse for wear. They got some lava flowing in here, and there's actually there should be a bunch of piglins in here. So let's go ahead and explore this while we're here. We didn't find a fortress, but we found ourselves a bastion, and for now, that's gonna have to do. Alright, so I'm trying my best to stop the flow of the lava through this area so we can actually find our way back through it a little bit safer. And we're gonna do the same kind of thing, and we're gonna border this little area here with a bit of cobblestone. Just so we know where we actually came through, and we'll put some torches there, put a little bit, and then we'll kind of torch our way through this place so we can follow our torches back if we happen to get a little bit lost. And we can see there's quite a few piglins through here, zombie and regular ones, and I don't know the best... Okay, we're getting attacked by... And we're getting attacked by a hoglin. Now, we're pretty tanky because of all our good armor here, but that was a little bit worrying because we were on a bit of an edge there, and we didn't want to accidentally drop down into any lava or anything. But I can't even tell where to begin with this bastion. It seems to be all over the place. I can't tell if it goes down or if this is the extent of it or if it goes up a little bit. We kind of dug into a weird part of it, so I'm going to try my best to explore the rest of this and see if we can't find any loot. But as it stands right now, there's not a whole lot going on in this thing. Alright, so I've managed to dig myself up into the actual main part of the fortress here, and I'm going to go ahead and put some torches down. I'll actually put a cobblestone thing here and some torches down there so I actually remember how I got up here. And we need to be careful here because there's quite a bit of lava in the area. Now, the weird way that these piglins, the regular ones, not the zombie ones, actually react is if you mess with anything that resembles gold in any kind of way around them, they're actually all going to aggro to you, similar to zombie pigmen or zombie piglins nowadays. If you were to mess with any of their brethren, they'll all aggro onto you. So the same goes for any kind of chest. But we can see here that there's quite a bit of gold here on this little thing just here. So if we were to break this, which we are absolutely going to, all of the piglins in the area are going to actually aggro onto us. So before that happens, I'm going to make sure that there's no kind of pitfalls with lava or anything in the immediate vicinity, because we're going to mainly be focusing on fighting them and protecting ourselves after we steal all their precious goods. So I'm going to go ahead and break this here, and this guy and all of his friends are most likely going to attack me as soon as I break the first block. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. I heard the noise. He's aggroed onto us. Wait. No. He's picking up the... Okay. What are you doing? Okay, now they're attacking us. He's going to drop the gold block that I took, that he tried to pick up, and we killed that guy as well. That's fine. I need to clear up some space here because we're looking a bit grim with our actual inventory space here. But let's go ahead and take all of these gold blocks because gold is pretty good this early in the old Prime Survival series, and we want to take as much of this back with us as possible. Now, it's highly likely that there could be a chest of some sort actually in this thing, but we're going to break it and just double check. It doesn't look like there's going to be anything here of value, which is fine. Yeah, nothing there for now. Let's go look through a little bit more of this place. I'm trying not to fall in any peculiar areas. Now, I do know that chests can spawn in the area, but I'm not exactly sure where to start looking. It looks like this goes up quite a bit. We're kind of at the bottom of the fortress here. Now, there doesn't seem to be any kind of naturally formed stairs or any kind of way to get up above where we are right now. So we may have to actually dig up there like we did the first little area here. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll do it in this area here since it's... Does this guy want to attack me? I'm going to go ahead and just whack him up anyway because... Oh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, hello. We got a friend here with an axe. You look a bit more scary. But I got my swing speed down perfectly. Alright, we killed those guys, no problem. Got a little bit of experience. I can hear a few of them above me still. But we're going to go ahead and continue to dig our way up here. And we'll try and do it a 2x2 path because I don't want to risk like falling down into the lava or anything like that. So let's go ahead and dig our way up like so. There we go. Alright, I'll try and keep this path. It's kind of hard to handle this this pickaxe as it stands right now because it mines this netherite stuff so fast. Alright, so we are up. I'm going to go ahead and block this little area off here. Put some torches in this area, just a couple. And we'll try and get up into this area. It seems like these are naturally formed stairs here to get around. And we can see a chest. Great. Alright, so there are some tricks that you can actually use to loot these chests and things and without the piglins actually aggroing to you. But we're not too worried about them fighting with us or messing with us today. So, oh, we actually found ourselves a lodestone. That's super interesting. Alright, I'm going to take that with us, but we're not going to talk about that too much just right now, because we're going to focus on looting a bit more. But that's a really cool... that's actually a really cool find to find one as is like that. Now, it seems like the the biomes have got a little bit mixed up here, and the fortress is kind of just spawned all over the place, and it's been cut up and mixed up with other areas here. So that's probably why it's been so difficult to kind of navigate the area and see my way around. Here, it seems like there should be stairs here into another sort of area, but it's been cut off. You can see another couple boys over here and some chests, so we actually want to get our way over there pretty quickly. Now, these guys have aggroed onto me, and it seems like they're dropping all over the place. They don't exactly know how to get to me. Let's see if we can't get some cheap swipes at these guys here before I jump down and actually take them on directly. There's quite a few of them here, and there's actually a hoglin there as well, so let's see if we can't get a couple of these guys. Alright, Mr. Crossbow, we get the idea. Alright, so we killed those two guys with the axes. Let's drop down, and these guys have fallen. Oh my god, there's a few of them here that have fallen into a hole. So they've made this a little bit easy on me. These guys have all just kind of fallen down here and given me an easy way to take them all out. So that was a lot easier than what it should have been. But we're gonna go ahead and steal anything useful they got here. So they got some bone blocks. We'll steal them. The iron ingots. They got a music disc, which is the pig step, which is the newest music disc to be introduced into Minecraft. And they also have a block of iron, which is 9 ingots. We do have an iron farm now, so that's not necessarily something we need to take. They also have a diamond shovel, which is essentially only 1 diamond. Now, you know, that's not terrible, but we don't actually need that because we have actually quite a bit of diamonds, and we can get those pretty easily ourselves. So we're going to leave them here. I know that might seem a little bit silly, but we don't need it right now. Ancient debris. Wow, okay, so that is something we're definitely going to take. And yeah, that's netherite, essentially. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and take that. And where can we put this in our inventory? Do we have space here? We have our bed. I guess we can get rid of that. Flint and steel we actually want to keep with us for now. What we might do, since we've actually attacked all of these piglins, is we might take these iron boots off and put our diamond ones back on. Sorry, the gold boots off, and take these iron ones back with us. And yeah, hidden in the depths. There we go. We've actually found ourselves some netherite. Not the usual way we would find it, but there you go. We found some. We got some ancient debris. We will talk about that a little bit later on, and we need to get ourselves out of this nether because I want to take that ancient debris back with us, and I actually really want to get back to our portal. And okay, this guy's gonna. You found a really wonderful spot for yourself to sit there, haven't you, buddy? Alright, well, I actually have no idea where we came in or out of this place right now. I think it was over in that direction, actually, so I can see our cobblestone stuff over there where we were digging into the wall, so it's pretty easy for me to actually find my way back here. But look, at this point, we found ourselves a bastion, which is great. We were ideally looking for a nether fortress because we want to find ourselves some blazes. So we could continue on right now and try and find ourselves some more stuff. Or an actual nether fortress, but I really don't want to push my luck too much. You know, we did find ourselves some ancient debris, and we got quite a few valuables on us as it stands right now. So the safest bet would actually be for us to go ahead and portal back out of the nether from here. This is why we brought our extra obsidian blocks, and then head back to our base on the overworld that way, because as it stands right now, it's actually going to take us quite a while to get back to our base, or sorry, back to our portal. But unless we get lost, we're not going to go ahead and portal out, because that is kind of going to give us a bit of a long run. Now, what I will do is I will try my best to navigate back the way we came through here, so we can try to go back through the fortress over here and find our way down. I know it was kind of at the bottom of the fortress where we found our way in, so we'll try and retrace our steps back through the fortress here, and I think it was down here somewhere. So if we can go ahead and remove some of this lava source here, we can drop down into there. If the lava goes away completely, is it going to go away? It looks kind of like it is, maybe. Alright, come on, flow away. There we go. Alright, so it might be safe for us to drop down into there. Not quite. Alright, so let's go ahead and dig across to the side here just a little bit here and go down this way. There we go. Alright, that's a bit safer. Alright, so we need to get down a little bit further. Oh gosh, okay, so a bit of a drop there. Okay, this is where we came in. Alright, I just almost fell down there and I got a little bit spooked. But this is where I believe we came in to the Nether Fortress. Sorry, to the Bastion. And here's our entrance right here. We should be able to, no problem, find our way out of here this way. So all we have to do now is follow the cobblestone all the way back to our portal. This may take me 5-10 minutes or so here to get all the way back because we did travel quite a bit of distance in this episode. But nevertheless, we're going to continue on and I'll be back when we hopefully get back to our portal, unless we find something on the way there. Alright guys, so we have actually found our way back to our portal. It took us about 5 minutes of running like a crazy person throughout the Nether and across these, one by one little bridges across lava everywhere that we made on our way out. And we're actually going to head out of the Nether right now, and that's going to be the end of today's episode, because if we went and kept looking for another fortress right now, this episode might end up being a little bit too long for my liking. So what we're going to do is we're going to end it there after raiding ourselves a Nether Bastion Remnant. And we're pretty happy with what we got. We got some ancient debris, which is the first time we found that ever as a player. Since the new patch update, I haven't actually done any of this kind of stuff. So that was pretty dope, and I'm pretty happy with that. So we're going to put the ancient debris in here with all of our other little valuables. We also got some blocks of gold, and we also found ourselves a lodestone, and we also are running out of space in this chest. We got some crimson stems, a bunch of other stuff. We got a music disc for the pig step, which will be fun to play with later on. So what I actually might do here is I'm going to go ahead and take this chest that I was throwing some of the stuff in, and we'll actually turn this into our nether chest. So just all of the random stuff that we found in the nether today, we're going to go ahead and throw in here for the time being, and that'll be our way of storing that bit of stuff there. We're going to go ahead and sort the rest of the stuff we got here into different chests here. But unfortunately today, guys, we weren't actually able to find ourselves a nether fortress to get ourselves a blaze spawner to kill some blazes, but hopefully we'll be able to do that next episode. So look forward to that, guys. I will be going back into the nether and looking for myself a nether fortress, and hopefully I don't want to say hopefully we don't run into any more of those other biomes, but we're going to want to try and find ourselves a nether fortress in the end, because that is our goal, and that's what we want to find. And it seems to be much tougher to find them since the nether update, because there's so many of these different biomes and more mega structures that can spawn in the nether. But hopefully with a little bit of luck and a little bit of persistence, we'll be able to find ourselves a nether fortress in the next episode. And so that's been it for today, guys. I've been Belamy Prime, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Prime Survival. Cheers, guys.